Much love and respect, everyone. Welcome to the HireLyrics is Born to Serve on Blog Talk Radio Show. I'm your host, Roxanne Greenidge. The call-in number for just listening to the show live or for commenting when we open the switchboard, and I'll definitely tell you when we're opening the switchboard, is and we'll take all calls, all comments, as long as they are respectful, no profanity, please, tolerant of other varying, differing views, and completely compassionate and empathetic about any families who have been victimized by CPS corruption in government as they tell their horror stories, okay? So as long as we can maintain the highest standards of professional and dignity for the human spirit conducts, the switchboard does remain open. Okay, we have an amazing show for you today. It's delivered in much gratitude. We're given so much hope by the development of this citizens, U.S. citizens, American families, working class, student, impoverished, middle class, MBA, upper middle class, professional, legal community, MBAs, university community, built, structured, honed, tweaked U.S. Citizens Controlled Public Docket Database, which HireLyrics is only demonstrating a prototype, a working model that we hope that will one day be developed full scale by federal funding decision makers or legislatures, state funding decision makers, and it will be implemented to become the superseding definitive docket for the sake of truth in public record that will in fact connect relationships and measure work ethic, synergy, and intent for the sake of leveraging two-way accountability, including personal accountability upon those individuals who abuse the immunity language in the 1983 Civil Rights Act to perpetrate serial crimes upon American families, to devastate our finances, and to consume our vested interests in our children, and to siphon our children's careers contributions unfairly away from economy enriching industries of medicine, science, engineering, space travel, military, defense, technology, education, entertainment, and so on, and unfairly siphon it into U.S. economy depleting industries of pedophilia, sex entertainment, personal injury, pharmaceutical, addiction to psychotropic chemicals, overburdening our Social Security Disability Administration, and abusing law enforcement wielded against those families, law enforcement who are human beings as well, trying to provide for their families, abusing and falsely deploying law enforcement against the working class American family who tries to protect their children from what has turned out to be a rapacious creditor. It's a group of serial criminals that are actually using systems against us. So our U.S. Citizens Docket Database doesn't set out to complain about or prove that our systems and processes are flawed, as much as we are demonstrating through connecting relationships by providing standard access to public incident reporting into a database of the evolution of crime, of the evolution of the relationships, where you can measure motive, who had a financial motive, who was incompetent, what were the degrees of incompetency, who was willful, the degrees of culpability, who shares blame and what the degrees are, who was negligent, who didn't actually perform their duties description, so that we can leverage personal accountability in the various existing litigation processes, federal civil lawsuits, the lower jurisdictions that can turn over, the state legislations that can turn over the agency-driven rules and procedures of, Department of Human Services, U.S. Department of Justice, Homeland Security, Federal Bureau of Investigation, where we can show that there are a group of people, regardless of what title that they own, what title that they have, they are abusing their court and Department of Human Services and agency procurement offices and economic security offices, where they're trusted with the distribution of Recovery.gov Recovery Act money, or stimulus money, or taxpayer money, or federal funds, or grant funds, or state funds, Department of Revenue funds, or municipality funds, where they are actually abusing their positions to unfairly siphon the funding. The funding that's meant for family preservation and preventive services is in fact being taken inappropriately and unlawfully through the unlawful reassignment of guardianship and custody to get social workers, state employees bonuses, and then eventually the Department of Human Services, foster and adoption contractors. Everybody gets paid, evaluators get paid. People are being paid for the transport of human beings, which is human trafficking. And those people that are doing it, that are violating their own employers' policies and procedures, are guilty of racketeering in the commission of human trafficking. Okay, and further, they're guilty of aggravated assaults upon minors, and child abuse, and prolonged child abuse, and the child rapes that occur, and the injuries as a result of the addiction to the psychotropic chemicals, and the injuries as a result of the wrongful deaths, and all that. So they should be held personally accountable. That's what our docket database is going to show.